Yo, that was my jam right there. Gravity Rush 2 is the sequel to Gravity Rush. At first, it only came out on the PS Vita, but it found new life on the PS4, and it is a solid Game of the Year contender. The story of Gravity Rush 2 is you follow the adventures of Kat, the main protagonist from the first game, as you fight hordes of enemies in a story that revolves around morality and mystery. The story is told rather well, as if it is a fairy tale. It is filled with humor and wit, and you can tell the game doesn't take itself too seriously, so the story doesn't feel forced or rushed on the player. This story has a nice mix of familiar faces and new ones to keep things fresh. The best thing about the story is the characters you will run into, as their designs represent their personalities quite well. The game does a great job of answering questions from the first game. That is, if any fans didn't already speculate the living shit out of this game, because the first game did leave a lot of questions to be answered, and this game wraps everything up beautifully. The gameplay is very similar to the first game. Combat is a very strong point in the game. You'll find yourself switching from ground to air combat rather easily. The combat is deepened by the fact that you get two modes of attack, which are Lunar Mode and Jupiter Mode. I'm gonna be honest, Jupiter Mode gave me a hard time the first time I used it, but you get over it. But honestly, I never used it outside of when the game made me use it. However, Lunar Mode makes you super light, and it allows you to automatically home in on your targets, while Jupiter Mode makes you really heavy, and it has more area of effect attacks. So if you want to clear like a large group of enemies out of an area, then you can feel free to do that with Jupiter Mode. But they both add variety to the combat. Kat can even upgrade her abilities with ore that you find around the game. Combat is handled in a way that is very beautiful to watch once you get the flow down. Like I said, it's a very nice and unique choreography of flow. You just gotta learn how to use your abilities to your advantage. The only problem that I had with this game was that sometimes the camera would get on my nerves. Like, I'll be shifting and all that other stuff, but if I'm like in a closed area, the camera will go wonky, and that just gets really irritating. So be prepared for that bullshit. Other than that, it works. Like, it really works. The game shines when you're in big open spaces and you're trying to keep track of your targets. The game makes it pretty easy to keep track of your targets when you're out in the open. Alright. Overall, Gravity Rush 2 is a solid Game of the Year contender with a deep story and solid controls, and plenty of side missions to do if you are looking for a unique game to start with 2017. Look no further. This is the game for you. This is the first unique game of 2017. I recommend you pick this game up. If you like what you heard here, like, comment, and subscribe, and share the videos. The channel's only going to get bigger from here. See ya.